This is a fan-generated show. If you would like to support us, please go to jamieglazov.com, and also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And make sure to order Jamie Glazov's new critically acclaimed jihadist Psychopath, how he is charming, seducing, and devouring us. All your support is greatly appreciated.
Farrakhan, of course, is the biggest problem. He is the one black man standing in the way of liberating tens of, if not hundreds of thousands of black slaves in Africa. One word from Louis Farrakhan to his base, to the American population, as if I'm a leader of the blacks in the world, I've got to tell you the most important thing is to free black people today. But he won't do that. And he denied that it was true. And the reason he denied it, there were two reasons. First of all, as Clarence Page wrote, and Clarence is a prominent black reporter at the Chicago Tribune, he found out that Libyan dictator Muammar Gaddafi paid Farrakhan $5 million, a loan to Farrakhan, $5 million, to help convert blacks in America to Islam. That's documented. Bill Clinton had to step in and stop Gaddafi from transferring millions of dollars to Farrakhan. And it was he had to stop him by executive order, couldn't do it. Okay. The other reason that Farrakhan wouldn't do it is because his mission is to convince blacks here that Islam is the path to liberation. Well, my goodness, if in Africa, Islam is not the path to the liberation of all the slaves that Arabs and Muslims are taking. This would be a monkey wrench in his whole operation. So he had to deny it, and he denied it, and he accused the anti-slavery movement, which not only was me, but was led by me here, of being a Jewish conspiracy. And they wrote cartoons about me in their newspaper. You know, so this is a really important thing to Farrakhan. We've got clips of Farrakhan getting very emotional and saying, it's not true in Sudan, it's not true. And if you think it's true at a press conference, you go find it. And two reporters from the Baltimore Sun went and found it, and Farrakhan just shut up and went away.
And it's a betrayal of black people. Let's focus a little bit more on this Farrakhan individual. Quite a character, if that's one word to use. This Jew-hating, this anti-Semitism of his, why is he so into that? Why is it so important? A lot of dangerous, pathological anti-Semitism there. What's his main mission there?
Well, look, you don't have to ask why. It's not hard to figure out why anti-Semites are anti-Semites if they're leaders of movements that have got a ready-made constituency, and that have got ready-made funders, and that who like to be controversial and be on stage, and who can, anti-Semitism has always been used to blame the Jews for your problems, right? So the Jews are the easiest ones to blame. We have always been the easiest ones to blame. So it's kind of an easy, play to make. So he's a playmaker, and he's making this play. Does he actually even believe it? Who knows? Who knows? But he is the most popular and the most dangerous anti-Semite in America right now, because he's still accepted by people with political and cultural power. You see photos of him with Obama and Clinton, and you could see how P. Diddy now is his main promoter. And so, yes, I mean, the Jews are a little confused about this. It's true that neo-Nazis and white supremacists are a problem for the Jews, but polite society rejects them. There's no Nazi professors on campuses, and the best that the neo-Nazis ever did to date was their rally in Charlottesville a few years ago, and they got a couple hundred people. That's the best they could do. Farrakhan talks to thousands and thousands and thousands, many times that. And unlike the neo-Nazis, no one is going to throw a fist at Farrakhan and stop him from speaking. When neo-Nazis come on the street corner, people come and beat him up sometimes. It's not going to happen with a Farrakhan rally. So he is the most dangerous, clear and present danger to Jews. People who beating up Jews in the streets of Brooklyn have heard Louis Farrakhan explain why that's not a bad idea. So I think the thing to do is to educate the black population that Farrakhan is a betrayer. He's not a leader of black people. He betrays them. How can you cover up the Arab Muslim slave trade and let your hundreds of thousands of blacks serve Arab masters today, being raped every day, tortured every day, captured every day, and he's going to hide that because he wants to get the Jews and the whites?
And Charles, and Farrakhan alone is one of the chief obstacles to the liberation of those hundreds of thousands of slaves. Because
from Louis Farrakhan would free hundreds of thousands of slaves, or would get the movement ready to able and ready to do it. He won't do it. He won't free the slaves because he wants to enslave American blacks to this crazy ideology and his version of Islam.
And again, that ideological component, and as you've said as well, something also was going on there when Gaddafi had loaned or given Farrakhan $5 million back in the 80s, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you were an Islamist and you had access to millions of dollars and you wanted to take down America, that'd be your best buy yet. That'd be the best bet you could make. You give it to Farrakhan, give him the money that he needs to go into black neighborhoods and spread this poison about whites are, you know, the DNA of whites is like, it's baked in their cake, man. They're evil people, and the Jews are the ones.
Yeah.
And then the business about, you know, he wrote a whole book that the Jews were the slavers to distract black people from the real fact that the Arabs were the real big slavers, and still are. So, yeah, Gaddafi, of course, would have, and the Saudis, if they had any brains, would have given him. Maybe they did. You know, who knows how many dollars the man's gotten from the Middle East to crush America from the inside.